when we're representing people in car accidents, one of the biggest concerns that our clients have are the medical expenses. Thankfully, medical expenses in car accident cases are relatively straightforward. Under the law, if you are in a car accident in Pennsylvania, your medical bills are going to get paid by a motor vehicle insurer. And there's a priority of coverages, and generally it will go to your own insurance company. If you don't have your own insurance company, it will go to a resident relative. If you live with your sister or your parents and they have a policy, it'll go there. It'll go to the car that you are in if you don't have policies 1 or 2, or priorities 1 or 2, excuse me. And if you're not in a car, it will go to a striking vehicle, any vehicle that's involved in the accident. These benefits are all no-fault benefits. It doesn't matter if you were at fault or the other person was at fault. Your medical coverage is always going to follow through that priority of coverages that I just gave you. Additionally, the coverage follows the person. It doesn't follow the car. You could be in a complete stranger's motor vehicle involved in a car accident. Your car insurance policy is still going to pay your medical bills because the coverage that you have follows you. That's something that frequently causes confusion with people who call us because they may not have a car, but they may live with a cousin who has a car. And they may be involved in an accident in some completely unrelated third party's motor vehicle, and they're calling us and saying, why is my cousin's insurance paying? Her car wasn't even involved. The reason is because it's a no-fault benefit and the coverage follows the person. Now, every insurance policy will have a medical payments coverage attached to it. The state minimum in Pennsylvania is $5,000. If you get past that $5,000 in medical coverage, then your medical bills will be paid for by your own health insurance or by your own health plan. Depending on who your health insurance is, depending on who your health plan is, they may or may not be entitled to recovery of the money they paid for you if you have a settlement. So, for example, if you're on Medicare or if you have medical assistance, those government entities are entitled to be repaid back for the money that they paid for you. There are many exceptions to the anti-subrogation statute, which is a law that says basically insurance companies are not allowed to get their money back. But plans like Medicare or Medicaid, well, those aren't insurance companies. An HMO is not an insurance company. A self-funded ERISA plan, which is a plan that you see with big companies, particularly around here in Pittsburgh, UPMC has a self-funded ERISA plan. That's not an insurance plan. It's not an insurance policy. They're entitled to be paid back from your settlement. So it's important that you get an attorney to help you figure out, do I have the type of plan that has to be repaid or not? Not everybody knows these exceptions. Not everybody practices in this area of law. Now, the disaster situation, of course, is if you don't have health insurance and you run through the medical coverage that is applicable on the host vehicle or your own policy. Well, now you don't have a way to get your doctors paid. You don't have a way to go to physical therapy. That can be tricky. If you incur medical bills, you can recover them from the wrongdoer. finally, there's a government plan called the Assigned Claims Plan that maybe not many people are familiar with. And this is a plan that would provide you with medical coverage in the situation where no vehicle policy applies. You can go to the Assigned Claims Plan and they'll pay your medical bills. You have to meet a whole host of eligibility requirements to go there, but they can pay. So to wrap up, generally speaking, if you're in an accident where a vehicle is involved, there will be some kind of first-party, no-fault coverage that's applicable. And if and when you exhaust that coverage, there are 50 different options for who's going to pay the medical bills that occur after the exhaustion. So if you have questions about the priority of coverage or where you should be getting your medical bills paid from, you can always call our office and ask to talk to me, and I'll be happy to run through your factual scenario with you. Thank you.